Donald Trump has been indicted. That's right. The man famous for starring in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, may be sent to a new home, alone, behind bars. Maybe. He's still rich and white and politically connected. So I would be surprised if he actually sees time. But it is Christmas come early for liberals. The Orange Messiah is facing charges over hush money payments to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels. But you know who else associated with sex workers and was arrested right before Easter? Jesus. You know, it is written within the Bible that within hours of Jesus' arrest, he was sending out fundraising emails about Judas and the leftist mob's attacks. And everyone's favorite outlet for right-wing agitprop, Fox News, is reacting about how you'd expect.
Democrats are branding Trump as a criminal.
It's legally pathetic.
It's clickbait.
It is an unbelievable abuse of justice.
Pure balderdash.
My heart is broken. I had some tears in my eyes.
Looking a little emotional. I feel the same way.
It's not open for debate that we live in a police state.
It's like Stalin's purges.
We're crossing the Rubicon here.
This is a political Rubicon that has been crossed.
They have crossed the Rubicon.
Basically, it's one party hunting another.
Does this moment feel dangerous to you for the country?
Oh, terrible. Terrible. I'm petrified for this country.
Shout out to Kat Abu and Media Matters for aggregating those clips. What's funny is I do agree that we live in a police state, but not because we might arrest one wealthy criminal for white-collar crime. Tucker saying we live in a banana republic is especially funny because it looks like that's exclusively where he gets his clothes. And we're lucky because we actually have a Fox News correspondent on the ground at the courthouse where the indictment was unsealed. We turn now to friend of the show and Fox News correspondent, Walter Masterson.
You're not feeling good today?
Feel better, Walter. There's been a lot of speculation that this will actually help Trump in his bid for president.
If there's a mugshot of Donald Trump, it'll be in dorm rooms and on T-shirts.
He is an OG.
Even if convicted, that's not going to stop him.
Donald Trump could run in part on saying, I'm going to pardon myself and go after the deep state.
Tucker, I'm really struck by a movie quote, because I tend to be a sci-fi geek. I'm really struck by the quote when Obi-Wan Kenobi said to Darth Vader, if you kill me, I'm going to become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
I don't know if I see that. Sure, he may be able to spin it in the primary that he is the enemy of the deep state, that he's being targeted, that he's a martyr. But I'm not convinced that independents who voted for Joe Biden, who is the political equivalent of stale toast, are going to swing towards Donald Trump following an indictment. Especially not if he's actually charged. The whole reason Biden was successful is because so many people in the middle and on the right were tired of Trump's antics. The only way that I see this ending as a net positive for Republican political prospects is if this helps Ron DeSantis unseat Donnie in the primary. But considering Ron just lost a boxing match with a mouse, I don't see that as likely. People are protesting. And you'd think that people who are screaming, lock her up, for years would be excited about a white-collar criminal getting indicted. But unsurprisingly, tribal lines have been drawn, and Fox is already ramping up calls for violence.
It almost feels like they're pushing the population to react.
It is a war on conservatism and MAGA.
They want you to strike out.
People better be careful, and that's all I'll say about that.
And after the BLM protests in 2020 and the insurrection, I think the American police force will be hyper aware of any potential violence and respond in the way that it normally does. Tear gas, riot shields, treating American citizens like their personal piñata. You know, normal cop stuff. I would love to see the New York AG keep the same energy for Wall Street criminals and price gouging companies and a crooked police union, but we still live in America. I personally don't feel like this changes the landscape all that much. If you thought Trump was a criminal before, you've been reaffirmed. If you didn't, I doubt this changes your mind. Rich people don't face jail time the way the rest of America does, so it's likely that Trump just uses this to ramp up his 2024 campaign. But he is the first former president ever to be indicted. That's a little tick next to his name that'll go down in the history books. If he actually went to jail, that would be infinitely more historic and hilarious. But I will say it again, and I cannot stress this enough, we live in America, where white-collar criminals not only don't get punished, but could potentially be president again. And if that's not American exceptionalism, I don't know what is. Gotta love it here. That's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, maybe subscribe or check out the playlist here for more videos in this format. Happy liberal Christmas.